Hey guys, this video is to demonstrate the 3D driving simulator program that I did during my third year at uni as part of my graphics class. The premise of the project was to make a 3D driving simulator, and we got extra marks for extra things that we put on top of it. So my responsibility for the later part of the project was modelling the physics pretty much. So what I had to do was model acceleration, deceleration and turning. So if I start driving along the road, um, using the WASD keys, you'll see I'm slowly speeding up and I can turn left and right. If I slow down I can reverse. One of the things about this project is that it was using a sort of framework that we were given in the class. It was a very basic framework that made everything from scratch. So we learned about how to actually calculate points on a perspective plane. So if you model like a 3D world and you want to draw it onto a 2D screen, obviously you need to project onto that screen. So we did a lot of maths based on that, which is really interesting to do. And this is the result of it here. It was previously what we were doing is we were doing it based on a 2D framework, and then we sort of built up into a 3D one, just by adding, a Z plane, Z axis. So yeah, this is driving around. The last thing that I added on this project was a collision detection, which worked quite well. So right now I've got a quite high collision value, so I'm probably going to bounce off these buildings. But how I did it was I have 3 points in front of the car, 2 at the sides, 1 at the front, and they detect if I'm inside a building or not, if I'm inside an element. I also have 3 on the back as well, so if I crash into this building, I should bounce off it quite heftily. So it's like the buildings are made of rubber. That's just a parameter set in the game, which is pretty good. And then obviously the acceleration. When I start trying to accelerate, I'll stop going backwards and start going forwards again. I can also reverse into buildings, and I should bounce off them. There you go. So yeah, it's a wee bit clunky, but it does the job, and I'll just show you what happens if I change the parameters to what they should be. And it makes for a bit more of a desirable effect. That in the console, that bit of the console at the bottom was me just checking the parameters using the console, just debugging to make sure that was actually checking if I was inside a building. So you go. That's what it's meant to do pretty much. Is it's meant to like bounce you off kind of gently, because otherwise you get stuck inside. Yeah, so that is the driving simulator program. So you can just reverse away. Yeah, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video.